Mr. Trivedi, here you have 3 bills that you have to table. You want to ideally get the vote either for or against, but you should be ideally involving the opposition in the bills that you've placed. A discussion should happen, but now you have 100 of your MPs missing in collectively in the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. This raises a lot of questions on the sanctity of the bill or the intentions with which you want to pass these bills without a proper discussion with the opposition involved.
It's very easy. If they shed their arrogance and they tender an apology, then it can be considered. I just want to ask you one question, that if any of the student denies the teacher's order of, teacher says you go out of the class, he said no, I will not go, then what should be the action? Even in your channel, if there is a meeting and your chairman says that meet me in my chamber for officially discuss this, and you say I will not come, and what I got the information that might be he has given in writing that I will not come, then you tell me, and the millions of viewers which are watching, they just tell what should be the action. So it was compelled by the act of opposition, not by the desire of the chairman.
All right, but what if, Mr. Sudhanshu, if the same thing happened to you in an opposition ruled state? In Karnataka, you have the opposition in a brute majority. The Congress is nearly 135. The BJP is about 64, 65 odd. There have been many times that the BJP leaders have also stormed the well of the assembly, raising slogans. So this is not as if this has not happened in opposition ruled states, be it even West Bengal, where the BJP has created quite some ruckus in the assembly house. What if there was a suspension? Would you accept it the same way, where your MLAs were suspended en masse?
When you reminded of the assembly, so I would like to remind that in assemblies, you know what happened? BJP leaders were beaten. They were in blood. December 1993, UP State Assembly, in which SP, BSP and Congress I were running the government. Even then, the previous speaker, Kesrinath Tripathi ji, who has to be taken on stature. In 22nd October 1997, UP State Assembly, again the similar scene was created and they were beaten, the mics were thrown and many of the persons were wounded. So they have already created this type of scene, and whatever the decision was taken, it was turned down by the court. Even Sri R.K. Narayan, who was, K.R. Narayanan, who was a president at the time, he has rejected the recommendation of the government and given them for reconsideration during Gujarat government. I'm talking about 1997. So they themselves have created, they are in the habit of creating these type of scenes since ages, when the BJP was not at all in power in the central government. Forget about Modi ji and Amit Shah ji.
All right, Mr. Sudhanshu, thank you very much. I really appreciate your time for joining us. But a quick word from Jebi, the Congress MP. Ma'am, you have barely 5 days that remain. What is the Congress and the opposition that way intend to do? Have you all strategized a way forward? Do you want to go back to respond on the suspension for the Speaker to revoke it? Is there a plan that you have in mind in place? Do share with us.
Nabila, see, one thing we are very clear. The aim of the ruling dispensation is to silence the opposition on whatever issues we try to take it up, whether it was Manipur, whether it is price rise, whether it is unemployment, and now whether it is the grave security breach that happened in the parliament. But let me make it very clear that we are not the ones that who would back out from what we have intended. Our intention is very clear. We are the voice of the people, and we will continue to demand answers. We will continue to register our protest. We will continue to be the voice of the people. And as far as we are concerned, that in a parliament, the voice of opposition needs to be heard. But if you look at the attitude of the present government, they have zero intolerance. They do not have, they cannot be, they do not understand the meaning of respecting others' views. They do not take, there is no.
But Ms. Jebi, if you're going to be shouting and screaming in the Parliament House, where is the opportunity for any civilized discussion? There's no room and space for anyone to speak or say anything. If you're hard pressed on just having the Prime Minister or the Home Minister to be speaking without investigations actually have been completed, the investigation is still ongoing. Without completing investigation to make a premature statement, are you inviting that?
They can come and say that in the parliament. The Home Minister goes to channel and says that there, he can very well come and say it where we have reached. It's not the case that after everything only they will respond. They can always say the investigation is going on, it has reached this far, this is the thing, at least take the House into confidence.
Yeah.
That is the basic thing we are demanding. We'll definitely continue to make our demands, and on larger issue of derailment of democracy also we want to do it, because this is not a small issue that 92 MPs being suspended for seeking the answer from the Home Minister is unheard of in the country.
We heard you, Tom Barakan. I'm going to close with you on that. A punishment should really fit the crime. Do you think that this is really the most stringent punishment to be given to MPs at a time when you're ideally supposed to be taking them into confidence and maybe discussing more productive issues, including security breach?
Security breach is a matter to be investigated by the security agencies. And this is not a running commentary to be given. Yes, investigation is going on and it is at this stage. I think that's not the role of the Home Minister. The Home Minister speaks in confidence on exactly what has happened. Who are the people behind it? Why are they shying away from the fact that so many bills are to be passed, and that's in the interest of the people? This is not a private limited company which is passing a bill. This is something to do with the people of India. You are not permitting bills to be passed, and you say you're connected with the people of India. I'm shocked.
All right. Well, the Congress has their opinion. The opposition collectively say that the people's voice is being muzzled post the suspension. But we'll see what happens. The Parliament winter session goes on until the whole of next week. We're seeing now 100, at least we'll see 100 MPs missing in action there.